the mind that we wish to control, direct, and channelize to attain our ultimate goal. This mind keeps on creating a number of desires. Some of these desires are beneficial for us. Some of these are detrimental to us. Some of them elevate us. Some of them degrade us. We all experience there are varieties of desires that are being thrown up by the mind. And it is in our best interest to reduce the lower desires and enhance the upper desires. The Vedic scriptures, these textbooks for the inner technology, they divided these desires into three categories. In fact, the material energy has three categories: the mode of goodness or sattva gun, the mode of passion or rajogun, and the mode of ignorance or tamogun. So when the mode of ignorance dominates a person's personality, that person experiences the desire for violence, anger, intoxication, laziness, sleep, indolence. These are the general traits of the mode of ignorance. When the mode of passion predominates in a person's personality, it leads to intense desires for the objects of the senses, intense ambition for worldly enhancement, for prestige, for attainment of worldly objects. When the mode of goodness predominates, that leads to peace of mind, the desire to cultivate knowledge, the desire for compassion, for service. All these are symptoms of the mode of goodness. So we all have our natural disposition of our mind as it is characterized by these three modes. And we would like to eliminate the lower desires and to enhance or develop the higher desires. If you were given a choice, you would rather have a burning passion for knowledge than an incurable urge for ice creams. Because you know it would lead to the problem of obesity and then cholesterol and so many other things. So these desires get us into trouble and we wish to reduce them. And there are desires we would like to befriend. Desires that elevate our life, that raise it to sublime heights. But how to do this is a constant struggle. So these inner technologists gave us a wonderful understanding of how this system works. Now, I have read Western psychology. I have read all the works of Freud and Carl Jung and Adler and McClelland and Maslow, but I would like you all to hear the Vedic psychology. Now, how perfectly it describes the functioning of the inner system. See, these desires, they can have two ends. Either they will be fulfilled or they will be unfulfilled. If the desires get unfulfilled, what happens? It leads to anger. Let us say that the husband decided that he wants to really indulge his tongue today and have his favorite ice cream. And he went to the market, got 5 kgs of ice cream, placed it in the refrigerator, and went out for his 1-hour walk by the riverside to work up an appetite so that he comes back and then he can enjoy his ice cream even further. But after 1 hour, when he returned and opened the fridge, he found there was no ice cream. He got infuriated. He asked his wife, "I had placed ice creams there, where have they gone?" The wife said, "My dear husband, didn't the doctor say your cholesterol is going high? I have thrown it into the garbage." "What? You threw the ice cream?" Now he became angry. What was the cause of this anger? The desire was created. There was an obstruction in its fulfillment that led to anger. Anger never comes by itself. Desire is the cause. One lady came to me, she said, "Swamiji, everything is all right, but I have one problem. I have a lot of anger." I said, "Everything is all right? That's not possible. If the child is there, the mother must also be there. If you experience anger, that means there is this desire." So, if that desire is not fulfilled, it leads to anger. Now, what happens if it gets fulfilled? Let us say that he did find the ice cream there. And he did indulge in it. Ah, so nice. You had 5 spoons. Are you satisfied? No, I want more. All right, some more. Another 5. Enough? No, I want more. All right, you had 25 spoons. Enough? Yeah, today it's enough. But after 3 days, I want more ice creams. So the Vedas say, the nature of this desire is such. If you fulfill it, it will be extinguished for some time. Then it will come back with redoubled intensity. In other words, it will lead to greed. न जातु कामः कामानाम् उपभोगेन शाम्यति हविषा कृष्णवर्त्मेव भूय एवाभिवर्धते. This is the Bhagavatam stating. Actually, the Buddha also made desire the entire focus of his analysis. And he explained it as the cause of misery. So the Bhagavatam verse that I stated, it says that if you try and extinguish fire by pouring clarified butter on it, for a moment it may get extinguished, but after that it will blaze up even more. Such is the nature of this desire. That is why the Vedic literature has gone to this extent of saying that if some fortunate spiritual scientist, if some fortunate soul can totally eliminate desire, that person becomes like God. Yada sarve pramuchyante kama yesya hridishritaah atha martyo mrito bhavatyatra brahma samashnute. Brahma means God. Yo na kamayate kinchit brahma bhuyaya kalpate. The previous verse was from the Upanishads and this is the Mahabharata. Brahma bhuyaya. That person who has given up desires becomes like God. So we need to find out the cause for desires. What is the cause of desire?
JK Yoga announces the very first virtual mega event ever, International Festival of Yoga, an epic festival from June 20th to 26th, offering a myriad of events like yoga sessions, meditation, breathing techniques, and subtle body relaxation throughout an entire week. Explore the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, the guide of yoga, and get more out of your life through enlightening sessions on Karma Yoga for everyday living. And now for our health enthusiasts, the JK Yoga International Festival of Yoga also offers health seminars by medical maestros, diet sessions and daily sessions on our most inspiring program, the Happiness Challenge. Experience the bliss of multiple discourses by His Holy Highness Swami Mukundanand, an authority on spiritual well-being. We love our community, and this enormous global initiative has been presented to you by JK Yoga just to nurture your body, mind and soul. For free registration and admission, visit jkyog.org today.